The morning after KioWAAAA's death, the platoon wades in the mud of the sewage field with Jimmy Cross leading the way. Cross thinks of KioWAAAA and how it was his fault he died. He concludes that even though the order to camp came from a higher power, he made a mistake in letting his men camp on the dangerous riverbank. Jimmy Cross, feeling guilty about KioWAAAA's death, decides to write a letter to his father, saying how good of a soldier KioWAAAA was and what a pleasure it was to serve with him. When the search for KioWAAAA's body gets underway on the cold, wet morning, Azar begins cracking jokes about eating shit and biting the dirt. Boker, bothered by these jokes, tells Azar to quit with the jokes and to shut up. Halfway across the field, Mitchell Sanders discovers KioWAAAA's rucksack. Inside were his illustrated New Testament and his moccasins. The men begin wading in the muck, desperately searching for the rest of KioWAAAA's body. Meanwhile, Jimmy Cross finishes composing the letter in his head and reflects that he never wanted the responsibility of leadership in the first place. He signed up for Reserve Officers Training Corps without giving thought to the consequences. He blames himself for making the wrong decision, concluding that he should have followed his first impulse and removed the men from the field. He feels that his oversight caused KioWAAAA's death. In the distance, Lieutenant Cross notices the shaking body of a young soldier and goes over to speak to him. The soldier blames himself for KioWAAAA's death. In the middle of the night, he decided to show KioWAAAA a picture of his ex-girlfriend, and when he turned on the flashlight, that's when the mortaring began. Being unable to save KioWAAAA had a deep effect on him, and he becomes determined to find the body. After the platoon has spent half a day waiting in the field, the men find KioWAAAA's body wedged between a layer of mud. They take hold of both of his boots and pull, unable to move it. They call over Dobbins and Kiley, who also help pull. After 10 minutes and more pulling, KioWAAAA's body rises to the surface covered with blue-green mud. Tired and relieved, the men clean him up and then try to take their mind off of him. Cross squats in the muck, revising the letter to KioWAAAA's father in his head. He notices the unnamed soldier still searching for the missing picture. The soldier tries to get Cross's attention, saying he has to explain something, but Cross ignores him, choosing instead to float in the muck, thinking about blame, responsibility, and golf.